Did you know that nearly 60% of people in the US could not cover a $1,000 emergency without going into debt? So it's not that people don't care about money, it's that life be lifing. A job loss, medical expense, a car repair. Sometimes life just comes at you and has you in a chokehold. And honestly, you are losing badly. But what if I told you that your money could work for you even when life just has you in a chokehold and be doing all the things? There is a catch, but it's not what you think. Let me explain. Hey, fabulous. My name is Kim, and this is Embrace and Simplify You. As someone who has struggled with time and money management, I created my simple system to help us plan better, stress less, and manage what truly matters. I have resources. You can check out the description. The link to my website is there. Take a look at the resources that are available. So now let's get back to today's video. So let's talk about a few life be lifing moments. You lose your job. A new baby arrives. Sometimes it's planned and sometimes it's unplanned, but regardless, a baby arriving is an expense that most of us are ill prepared for. You have a loved one pass away, or you are dealing with a car repair or medical bills. In those moments, it feels like you can't get ahead, like you're just trying to stay afloat. But the problem isn't just the expense itself, it's not having a plan before it happens, because let's be honest, life just throws curveballs sometimes. I've been there. I was in the you no longer have a job category. It was my life be lifing moment, and it happened about 15 years ago, and it was rough, especially when you're living paycheck to paycheck. So, how do you make your money work for you when life is just throwing you curveballs? Okay, wait, don't get too excited. Just hang on a second, because what I'm about to tell you is not revolutionary. So, don't come for me, y'all, but hang on. It's still good information. So, are you ready? Here it is. You need to build a money system that works for you. I told you it wasn't revolutionary, but it's the truth. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide you with four things that you can start implementing right now that can help you go from, oh my gosh, life just threw me a curveball. What am I going to do? To, yeah, life threw me a curveball, but I have a plan. So, here is the first thing: start saving now. I didn't stutter. Start saving now. It doesn't matter the amount. Start saving now. Yep. The best time to start saving was yesterday. The second best is today. So if you can start putting $10 away every time you get paid, it doesn't matter how much you save. Just starting is better than not starting. So start saving today. Automatically set up the transfer so you don't have to think about it. If you have to do it, it's not going to get done. The other thing I would say is put in a high yield savings account. And then the other thing I would suggest is build a cushion. I love sinking funds. I'll continue to talk about sinking funds, but for some people, it may not work for you because you just don't want to manage that many buckets, and that's fine. Outside of your saving now fund, have this cushion, whatever you want to call it. Save another $10. You have $10 in your savings fund, and then you have $10 in your emergency fund. So that's $20 every time you get paid. So here is number three: live below your means if that is feasible. And I think it can be feasible to do. Stop living at or above your means. If you're relying on credit cards, and I'm not knocking credit cards, but if you need to use your credit card just for basic expenses, there's something wrong. And you really need to evaluate your money, especially if you're in a lot of debt. Then, yes, I know that it might be a little bit of a struggle, but living within your means could be that you get rid of some subscriptions that are just not serving you. Stop ordering out every night. I get that sometimes you need to have something that you can celebrate. I'm not knocking that. Living below your means is not punishment, it is preparation. And then number four, add a little bit of income to whatever it is you make. Like think of a side hustle you can do. Can you cook? Maybe can you bake? Can you tutor? Uber, DoorDash? There's some things that you can actually do that can help you bring in extra money. Everyone's situation is different. Some people say have $1,000 at least for an emergency fund, and other people are really harp on having 6 months of expenses readily available. I'm more of figure out what is going to be feasible for you to do at this point. I think being able to save $1,000 is more feasible for most people than 6 months of expenses, and you can build to that, but adding a little bit of extra income to what you make by doing something extra on the side. So here is my personal life be lifing story. So I needed a root canal. The pain I experienced, I can't even explain it. It was horrific. I did a video on it. You can check it out. I think I have it in the cards, but it's definitely in the description. Are you ready to hear how much it cost me to do the root canal? $2,000. Did not stutter. I am not exaggerating any money. I'm not embellishing. The only way that I was able to get this root canal done quickly was because I had the money readily available. I didn't have to use a credit card. This is not something that I'm saying as a flex. This is something that I'm saying that when you start to save over time, your money is going to build. This is not something that happened overnight. This is not something that happened so quickly. It has taken time. And I was so glad that I had the money to spend to do the root canal so I wasn't in pain. And for me, what clicked really was that savings isn't about being scared that something is going to happen. Savings is just being prepared for when something does happen, because life just throws you in the deep end, whether you can swim or not, and you are really like, you're struggling. And even when we have the plan, sometimes when it hits, it's painful. It doesn't matter how prepared you get, it still stings and it still sucks. And these are the things that you can start doing today so that when life throws you a curveball, you're ready. So when life happens, and believe me, it will, your goal isn't to control every detail. It's to have a plan that keeps you steady when everything else feels chaotic. Start small, stay consistent, build flexibility into your financial plan, and your money should give you options and not anxiety. So I'd like to hear from you. Let me know in the comments, what's one thing you want to be more financially prepared for now? So if this resonated with you, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all, come join the Fab Fam. It's wonderful in this community. And if no one has told you this today, you're valuable, you have purpose, you're more than enough, and you are fabulous. So in this Money Mindset series, my next and last video in this series, I am going to walk you through the exact budget system that I use. And if you're so inclined, you can watch the video that pops up right here and check it out. I think you're going to like it. I'll see y'all in my next. Bye, everyone.